This is iFIBER 1 News. Here are today's top stories.
Fighting wildfires in Washington cost an average of $153 million a year. Last year, Public Lands Commissioner Hilary Franz offered a plan to cope with some of those costs.
Governor Jay Inslee on Tuesday signed 7 gun responsibility bills into law.
Girl power reigned supreme on the Wenatchee Valley College campus Tuesday afternoon as the 4th annual Pizza Pop and Power Tools event took center stage there.
The Moses Lake Chiefs softball team has had a solid season so far. After cutting their Tuesday games, the Chiefs have played several tough opponents this year.
From the iFIBER 1 newsroom, this is iFIBER 1 News, and it starts now.
Fighting wildfires in Washington cost an average of $153 million a year. Last year, Public Lands Commissioner Hilary Franz offered a plan to cope with some of those costs. How did the proposal fare? Well, under the state budget just finalized last week, the Department of Natural Resources will receive $48.6 million in combined operating and capital funds. That's about $6.5 million less than Franz had asked for in DNR's proposal for wildfire and forest health, but it will make full-time jobs out of 30 seasonal engine leader positions, buy and refurbish 2 helicopters, and increase fire prevention outreach to the public, among other initiatives. In late March, Franz also proposed a forest health funding bill, raising $62.5 million a year for wildfire prevention and suppression, funded by a 0.5% increase on taxes for property and casualty insurance premiums. Democrats in the Senate signed on, and the bill passed out of the Senate Ways and Means Committee, but it faltered in a second committee. While DNR didn't achieve all its funding hopes, it's now seeking to battle wildfires through creative partnerships. On Wednesday, the agency will sign a shared stewardship agreement with the State Department of Fish and Wildlife and the U.S. Forest Service to enhance forest health, possibly a way to head off destructive fires before they start. Jefferson Robbins, iFIBER 1 News.
This segment is brought to you by...
Change doesn't have to be complicated. With a low-profile microwave hood combination that's ready to install right out of the box. It fits in the same space as your under-cabinet hood, so you can get your microwave off the countertop and make space for the routines worth keeping. The low-profile microwave hood combination from the #1 selling appliance brand in the USA.
Whirlpool Appliances, now available at more furniture in Ephrata.
Governor Jay Inslee on Tuesday signed 7 gun responsibility bills into law that close existing legal loopholes, including one banning 3D printed guns and untraceable firearms.
This bill promoting public safety was requested by the Attorney General to address the issue of blueprints for 3D printed guns being available on the internet. This bill prohibits the manufacture or possession of undetectable firearms and untraceable firearms, and it sets criminal penalties relating to them. This change will prevent people who are prohibited from otherwise possessing firearms from being able to legally manufacture them where they are untraceable and they're undetectable.
Untraceable and undetectable firearms are also referred to as ghost guns, since they do not have serial numbers and may not contain enough metal components to be picked up by common metal detectors. The new law was sponsored by Representative Javier Valdez, a Democrat from Seattle, who joined Inslee for the bill's signing. Attorney General Bob Ferguson was also present for the signing. The governor signed other gun bills, including changing requirements relating to pistol sales or transfers, one relating to protection orders, no contact orders, and restraining orders in domestic violence and other criminal cases. Another bill closes a loophole no longer allowing people with a history of violence or found incompetent to stand trial to buy a gun. One other new law removes all guns from homes where there is a history of domestic violence calls. Inslee says he believes the bills will discourage gun violence statewide.
It's caused so much tragedy in our families and our communities. And I'm proud that Washington voters and legislators have done much to promote common sense gun safety in the last several years. That is going to help not only reduce preventable gun violence here in Washington, but these measures, I think, serve as a model for the rest of the United States.
At the state capitol in Olympia, I'm Jeff Chu for iFIBER 1 News.
This segment is brought to you by...
Your taste buds bored? Well, then bring them to Jay's Teriyaki. Not only does Jay's have a variety of teriyaki dishes, they also offer mouth-watering salads and sides. Call Jay's 509-764-5155. Jay's Teriyaki, located at 123 East Broadway in Moses Lake, because it's all in the sauce.
Girl power reigned supreme on the Wenatchee Valley College campus Tuesday afternoon as the 4th annual Pizza Pop and Power Tools event took center stage there. The middle school field experience involved every 8th grade female student in the Wenatchee School District and is designed to expose its young participants to a variety of career options which have traditionally been filled largely by males.
It's all about getting them hands-on with careers they may not have thought about or where women are non-traditional in those pathways. Everything from welding to heavy equipment operation to even working in the hydro industry. Girls are getting a chance to climb a 30-foot power pole today, which is not something you get to do very often.
The event offered 7 hands-on learning stations for students, including those which gave an inside look at what it's like to be a firefighter, a utility line person, an auto mechanic, a welder, a machinist, and a heavy equipment operator. The excursions are all directed by skilled professionals in each of the various fields, including personnel from entities like Douglas County Fire District No. 2 and the Chelan County PUD, as well as businesses like Rose Tractor and Central Washington Home Builders, along with instructors from Wenatchee Valley College. Reporting for iFIBER 1 News, I'm Chris Hansen.
The Moses Lake Chiefs softball team has had a solid season so far. After cutting their Tuesday games, the Chiefs have played several tough opponents this year and find themselves ranked number 9 in the state regardless of class, according to Max Preps. All of the success has come predominantly on the road, with the majority of the Chiefs' games being away games. That will change this week as Moses Lake aims to host a pair of doubleheaders during the final week of the season. First, the Eisenhower Cadets will come to town on Wednesday, with the West Valley of Yakima Rams closing out the week on Friday. Both series will be important for the Chiefs as the season comes down to the wire. The Rams won't play until the series on Friday, and they currently sit atop the conference at 8-2. The Chiefs are 7-1 heading into this week, and a sweep over the Cadets would put them at 9-1 heading into that final series. In that case, the Chiefs would only need to win 1 in that doubleheader to finish as league champs. Should the Cadets manage to steal a game from the Chiefs, then they'll need a sweep on Friday to finish as outright league champs. Both doubleheaders will begin at 4 p.m. with the second game starting at 6 p.m. I'm Adam Chkoski for iFIBER 1 Sports.
This is iFIBER 1 News. For more information on these stories and other news, visit us online at iFiber1.com or check us out on Facebook.